Good people, good people. This is That's My Take podcast. I am your host, Nug. Never underestimate greatness. This is going to be my very last time saying it, but Happy New Year. Um, Before I get into the show, I just want to say a couple of things. Had a good holiday season. It was good to get through the holidays and not really be depressed. And I mean, I'm speaking from a place of truth right now before I get into this. I do suffer from depression. I do battle with mental health issues. Some people might even say I'm crazy, but I mean, I don't think I'm like loony or nothing. But at the same time, I don't work good with stress. I do fly off the handle. And again, I do suffer from depression, especially around the holidays. But it felt good this holiday to get through Christmas and Thanksgiving and all that there and not really feel depressed. You know what I'm saying? Like that depression shit real. And I'm not gonna speak that much more on it, but at the same time, anybody out there that has any type of mental health issue, I definitely feel you, understand, and I wish you nothing but peace and grace. Um, this a new year. They say it's 2024 now. This is my first show of the year. If I plan to do two shows within a week, I should have pretty much 100 or so episodes by January 4th of next year. But things happen, holidays, vacations, real life shit. But my goal is to definitely do no less than 90 shows for the year. You will see more of me. The show, as of right now, will remain the same in terms of how I run it, but I am experimenting with different, how would they say that in TV? Not monologues, but I don't know the word for it, but my show may switch up a little bit, but I'm going to tell y'all right now, looking each and every one of y'all in y'all eye, you don't have to worry about my show ever being gossipy, ever being strictly about what's the hot topic and the mess and the gossip and yeah. Yes, I will speak on what's hot in our world today because pretty much what else we gonna talk about. And I'm also gonna give you a little insight on a little historical type shit and hopefully add value and entertainment for the few minutes that I am here with y'all. Let's get into the show. World news. Japan Airlines jet burst into flames after collision with earthquake relief plane at Tokyo airport. 5 people were killed when a Japan Airlines plane carrying hundreds of passengers collided with an earthquake relief aircraft and burst into flames on landing at Tokyo's, let me try to say this, Haneda Airport on Tuesday. All 379 people on JAL Flight 516, including 8 children under the age of 2, were safely evacuated from the passenger plane, according to the airline. But there were fatalities on the second aircraft operated by the Japanese Coast Guard. The Airbus A350-900 aircraft ignited after flying into Haneda from the northern Japanese city of Sapporo at 5:46 p.m. local time. That's 3:46 a.m. Eastern time. Video showed a huge fireball erupt as the plane ignited. leaving a fiery trail down the runway. 5 crew members died on the second aircraft. A de Hanoville Canadian DHC/8, according to Japan's transport minister. Public broadcaster NHK said the plane's captain was in critical condition. As always, when I like to hear stories of people dying and losing their life, but world news seems to come with that. So am I surprised about what's really being reported right now? Because, I mean, a one plane basically slammed into another plane, bursting into flames. But like it said, all 379 people, including 8 children under the age of 2, were safely evacuated from the passenger plane. So that's a good thing. But on the flip side, yes, there were fatalities on the second aircraft. I did watch the video. If you care to watch it, and I only watched it for content. Anybody that know me know I don't really like all the gory, MMA, brutal. Like I think they said somewhere in history, it was 3 types of men or whatever. The scholar, the brute, and I forgot what the third one was, but I would definitely know for a fact I would be the scholar. And I'm not stunting or repping, but I would prefer to learn than to physically whoop somebody's ass, which I think constitutes me as being more on a scholastical, educational side. I'm trying to think of the third type of man that they had. I know it was the warrior, the thinker, and something else. I don't know, but I'm really pretty much closer to the thinker. Sorry about the tangent, but getting back to it, we definitely want to send our condolences to those that lost their life. And, we pray things like this don't happen, hopefully never happen again. Moving on. Rammed earth portions of the Great Wall of China. Now follow me with this one now. Follow me. Built by compressing natural materials with soils, have been regarded as a weak point in its structure. And that's the Great Wall we're talking about. But the iconic landmark developed a natural line of defense against the looming risk of deterioration, a new study has found. These soil surfaces on the Great Wall are covered by a living skin of tiny, ruthless plants and microorganisms known as biocrusp. Crusp. Okay, I'm going to go with crusp. That are a source of the heritage site's staying power, according to soil ecologist Matthew Bowker, a co-author of the study published December 8th in the National Journals of Science Advances. And I quote, biocrusts are common throughout the world on soils of dry regions, but we don't typically look for them on human-built structures. End quote. Now, I often wonder how the Great Wall of China withstood deterioration. I really did. I definitely gonna go with these biocrust shit because A, man-made structure, so we already dealing with that. B, centuries, time. And C, in parts of it, the bitch look brand new. And I know they got upkeep and all that of the Great Wall. It's a fucking monument. But at the same time, this was something that was built so long ago. Just think of the fact that it runs for miles and still standing. That is greatness. So, like the article said, it's covered with living skin of tiny, ruthless plants and microorganisms. And that's rootless, not ruthless like the records. That's ruthless, like no roots. I knew my phone was going to ring. I knew it. I do apologize. We'll cut that off. I'm going to hurry up and silence this motherfucker because it will ring again. I am a real estate agent. And with that being said, I will never pick up a phone at 8:57 as a call coming in about a possible sale. Now you might say, why? Why not? Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm Southern or what, but I don't want nobody fucking calling me that late. I see who it is. If it's meant for me, I'm going to follow up in the morning like I always do. And fuck, we going to go from there. But it's too late at night for motherfuckers to be, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know, the machine could be broke. I don't know, but yeah, it's almost 9 o'clock. I'm sorry. I mean, we'll definitely get with them tomorrow on the 9 o'clock follow-up hour. This one of my Christmas gifts too. Again, I don't want to go off on a tangent, but I'm not a big fan of my team this year, but I love this hat. I love it. I love it. I love it. I really do. I need to model it. All right, moving on. And again, this podcast is definitely not about real estate. Like, this is me getting away from real estate. This is me. Because, I mean, other than that, I'm enthralled. And I'm just trying to make a living, bro. Like, this shit's stressful as fuck. Moving on. NASA's most high-risk endeavors in decades and other boundary-pushing space missions planned for 2024. Now, I heard this was the year of exposing, but is it the year NASA fucks around and blow some shit up in space again, acting like they pushing the boundaries? Let's read the story and then I'll shed a little light on it, or my take, I should say. The year ahead promises to deliver some spectacular pursuits, pushing human and scientific exploration of the cosmos further than it's gone in decades. The visions are grand. NASA plans to send astronauts on the Fluke mission, astronauts on the lunar flyby mission that will travel deeper into the solar system than anyone has ventured in more than 50 years. The U.S. Space Agency and its allies are mapping out ways to establish a permanent settlement while countries including Russia and China are chasing similar dreams. And some of the world's richest people continue to chase their extraterrestrial ambitions. Meanwhile, science-focused missions are enhancing the collective understanding of our universe faster than ever before as we enter a golden age of academic research. Missions intended to explore the potential habitability for life on ice-covered ocean worlds in our solar system and to survey the aftermath of a spacecraft intentionally ramming into an asteroid are expected to launch this year. For one research team, even wants to test the feasibility of biological materials used in space, exploration, and launching a wooden satellite. I can't make this shit up. I know we're not there yet, but after all this boundary pushing shit, they want to get wood and make a wooden satellite. Just going through the story and figuring my take. Honestly, I have no such plans of what did they say? Chasing similar dreams of venturing to have permanent settlements. No, I don't want to go up there. I'm cool right here on the ground level. I don't even like planes for real, but I do pop a Zan or two and get the shit done. Like, I gotta fly, I'm fly. Like, I feel like if it's gonna happen up there, it might make sense. I don't know. U.S. News is next. I really ain't got much to say about NASA and them because I feel like it's a fluke mission. Like, y'all keep pushing the boundary, so who's gonna lose their life for that boundary pushed? That's just how I look at all this astronaut stuff. Like, all these countries won't go somewhere else because they go destroy this motherfucker. It's just my take. Now, if I'm forced to go wherever we might be going or whatever they trying to do with her habitability, habitability. I wanted to keep trying that word because I do have a speech impediment. If I never told you, now you know. One of the main reasons I ever wanted to be a rapper was the fact that I knew at one time in my life I could not pronounce words, which was another reason why I got so deep into words. Like, and when I say deep, before I knew what a metaphor was, I was already talking metaphorically. And that's a fucking fact. U.S. News. A judge get violently attacked in court by a defendant during sentencing. And Marshall suffered significant injuries. A Nevada judge was assaulted in court immediately after she decided a defendant's request for, sorry, I have family, we have group text. I accidentally hit the button and yeah, we was about to be on the group text live and I think that's illegal. You got to tell people when you're going live and my cousin's wild. So they'll have me all off the subject, all type of shit. I do want that call in one day though. I really do, but this is not it. I do apologize. I'm going to start over real quick and sum it up. If you probably been asleep all day or not been online or under a rock, the judge in Vegas, the lady was like talking about sentencing this dude, and he just basically said, F that, chased, went through, jumped over the thing, got a couple licks in, all that. So that's that story right there. I did see it. The guy got to be possibly a past hurdleist because his form was excellent. Someone did point out he knocked down the American flag, which could be yet another charge besides attacking a judge. And yeah, some people actually calling him a freedom fighter. I mean, I personally think he's fucking wild for doing some shit like that. But hey, it's 2024, man. Like, we got to know some wild shit coming. Moving on. And I do apologize for chopping that story up, but I feel like when the call came in and I accidentally hit the button when I thought I was declining the button, it just threw it all the way off. And again, it's a long, readable story, but I summed it up good because she was talking shit about, you've got a lot going on, sir. And he was just trying to get on probation again. And she's like, nah, not this time, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And from there, he like, fuck that bitch. And he just, like I said, done the hurdle better than I ever seen in an Olympic event. I got to be real. My take is, dude probably added about 10 more years to whatever sentence she was about to put down. Just guessing. Whoa, Gio, look, I heard you on the call and I wasn't supposed to actually pick the bitch up, but one day I won't pick the bitch up and we on here. Let me run through my fucking stories and I hear what y'all fucking takes is. It's just not the right day. I don't know where everybody been at today. I've been fucking just, I don't know, doing a little real estate and now I'm on the podcast. So, like I say, moving on. Homicides dropped by over 10% in America's biggest cities in 2023. I did know that in New Orleans they dropped. I think it was under 200 for the first time in a few years. Jeezy, you probably could check me with that. And I think it was like a little bit up under 200 murders. But after 3 years of distressingly high levels, homicides in the U.S. declined significantly. I know I didn't say that right. Significantly across the board in 2023, even as the public's concern about crime remained at its highest in over 2 decades. In particular, the 5 biggest cities in the U.S., New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, Houston, and Phoenix, each saw homicides fall by over 10% according to the latest data from those police departments. Further, national data from the FBI covering January to September 2023 showed an 8.2 drop in all violent crimes. I like that, including a 15.6 drop in murders compared to the same time in 2022. These declines were seen in cities over 1 million people and those under 10,000. And across all four regional quadrants in the U.S., the full year data won't be released until this fall, but the trend is clear. Murders, homicides, spankings, whackings. We got a lot of names for murder. I just can't think right now, but all down across the biggest cities, which is a good thing. We don't want to walk outside and just get homicide. We want to at least live to get old, watch our kids go to the MLB, the minor leagues, college, something. So no, we don't want to just get shot because homicide's up. So homicides are down across the board in America. My take, let's keep them going down. Let's stop killing each other. Like, I don't get it, but people like to kill people. Like, I don't get it. I mean, I know circumstances happen, but I'm just talking about motherfuckers like who really just like to kill people. Like, it's a sad but true situation. Go on YouTube and view some of the documentaries of my city of New Orleans just for a small testimony. And I know we don't have 1 million people in the Big Easy, but the whack count has always been pretty high. Pretty high. I remember Master P even quoted the murder capital of the world. And that was in the 90s. So just happy to say that I lived through that. I made it out. I really did live in the real New Orleans. I didn't live in Kenner or Metairie or West Wego. No, I lived in the 6th Ward, which is Treme, which is 2-3 blocks from the French Quarter. That's where I grew up at. I mean, okay, I grew up all across the city. Let's keep it real. But my formative years where I saw what was happening off the porch was in the 6th. So this person that you got now, today at 45, a lot of it is because of what he saw and experienced in the 6th Ward in New Orleans. True shit. I watched people get shot. I seen a couple dead bodies. I've been shot at. I've shot at people. Not proud of none of that. But the simple truth is facts. Moving on. Multiple state capitals evacuate due to mass email bomb threats. Capitol buildings in multiple states were temporarily shut down and evacuated Wednesday because of threats. And I quote, "It was a mass email sent to several secretaries of state and state offices across the country," said Malcolm Lindstrom, a spokesman for the Kentucky of Secretaries of State's office. A copy of an email threat obtained by CNN showed government officials in at least 23 states listed as recipients. The sender claimed to have placed explosives inside your state capital, although no specific state was mentioned in the email. It's not clear if other email threats were sent. The threat affected capital proceedings in Kentucky, Mississippi, Georgia, Connecticut, Michigan, and Minnesota. No states have reported finding any threatening items in those buildings. While, and I quote, "While everyone is safe, Kentucky State Police has asked everyone to evacuate the state capitol and investigating the threat received by the Secretary of State's office." Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear said on X. Beshear said on X, formerly known as Twitter. My take is you got a crazy motherfucker somewhere having fun using the fucking VPN shit. Like, he could say the shit's originating in Slidell, Louisiana, when he really in fucking California in Richmond. We don't know anymore because of the what it is, VPN thing, which is used to, on the backside, keep a motherfucker from stealing your shit, but at the same time could be used to easily make a motherfucker think, oh shit, I'm about to bomb some state capitals, because they don't know where his email coming from. They can't find it. Or maybe they can and they find this motherfucker. I don't know. It wasn't me. Promise you, I ain't that smart. Rather, that dumb. Moving on to hip hop and entertainment news. Big Meech could be free next year if new bid for reduced sentence is approved. Demetrius Big Meech Flannery, co-founder of the Black Mafia family, BMF, is asking a judge to take more time off his 3-decade prison sentence. AllHipHop.com can exclusively report Big Meech was convicted of running a nationwide criminal enterprise and laundering money, accumulate more than $270 million in drug proceeds from the late 90s until 2007. Originally sentenced to 360 months, so that's 30 years Fed time, U.S. District Judge David M. Lawson agreed to lessen his sentence to 324. Thanks, Dave. A reduction of 3 years in June of 2021. It was granted under USSG Amendments 782 and 788, which revised the drug quantity and chemical quantities tables for all drug offenses. The amendments made Big Meech eligible for a reduced sentence. I know he was asking for more years to be off, and the government do what they want, basically. Um, I think his date was 28, but he was trying to do like 26. I mean, you might have to ride these next 4 out, bro. Like, I don't know. I know your son's an actor, and 50's got him right. So I'm sure you're going to come out with wealth. You'll never have to touch a drug again in your life and still live a great life. I think it's wonderful. And I don't want people to think I want a drug dealer to be a role model, but at the same time, success is success. And I say that, and I know the law is the law, and I understand you do bad, you get sentenced, you go away. You come home, and if you were somebody, you come home and you be a bigger somebody, is all I'm trying to get at. That's all I'm saying. Free Big Meech. Moving on. Kevin Hart fires back at Katt Williams. Katt Williams decided to go stalk crazy during his recent Club Shay Shay interview. Shannon Sharp, I don't know about Shay Shay as a name, just my opinion. Shay Shay. The comedic legend targeted multiple other comedians, including Kevin Hart, as the Cincinnati-born entertainer aired out as many grievances. While speaking with Shannon Sharp for over 2 hours, Katt Williams took time to address his longtime rival, Kevin Hart. At one point, Williams accused Hart of being a Hollywood plant who embellished the rise of his career. And I quote, "Gotta get that anger up out you, champ. It's honestly sad. In the meantime, please enjoy my movie trailer for my next film, Lift, which will be dropping on Netflix in 8 days." Kevin Hart tweeted in response to Katt Williams. All right. I watched the entire Club Shay Shay interview with Katt Williams, as I am a huge Katt Williams fan. I feel like, other than Dave Chappelle, for me, it's Katt Williams. And that's on his body of work from the beginning to present and future. The man is a comedic, masterful icon. And I don't think Kevin Hart's funny. I'm sorry. I don't think I ever laughed just because I laughed at a Kevin Hart joke. And I'm not being hard on him. I'm just keeping it real. For me, dude ain't never really been funny to me. Just keeping it real. And I know when you're a comedian, you playing the numbers. You want to be in a bigger room, so as many people in the room, and the bigger marketing, the bigger promotion, so everything seems bigger because, hey, you're an entertainer, bro. Like, do I believe he a plant? Kinda. I heard Katt Williams explain how he embellished on his career and he was fucking telling the truth. The truth. Like, I don't know what they beefs about or whatever, but I know Katt's a real one and I stick with the real ones. And I know Katt Williams, I'm gonna just keep it real. He messed over a lot of comedians who I felt deserved it because speaking on said the entertainer, bro, I been knew you stole that joke, bro. I just told y'all I'm a Katt Williams fan, so for me to be a Katt Williams fan, I must know his jokes. So, boom. I hear another motherfucker telling a different variation of the man joke like I'm slow, y'all slow. But again, said been funny to me, but Kevin Hart, no. No, not for real. We'll just keep it real. No. Moving on. DJ Envy's former partner Caesar Pina reportedly considering plea deal in fraud case. In court documents obtained by All Hip Hop, Pina's legal team have asked the judge for extra time as they are negotiating with prosecutors to settle the case before trial. In the filing, Pina's attorney said, "Hold on, my dog is scratching the door because he won't come up in here so bad. Give me a second. Come on, man, because nobody watching you. I asked y'all to watch you so I could just do my thing. Let me introduce y'all to my boy. That's Coach. He's the smartest Frenchie you ever want me. He is. And he knows there's a camera around and he don't like camera. That's why he gonna look down the whole way. It's weird. I try to take a picture of him. He always look away. So if he see me staring at this camera, he's definitely not going to be looking that way or looking down. That's just him. But I had to get him because he was scratching at my door. Again, this is Coach. This is my dog. Like, he'll be 4 in April. If y'all looking for any studding, let me know. Contact me. The email's there. He already got 22 healthy puppies on the ground and counting. You good. You good. You good. All right. Back at it. In court documents obtained by All Hip Hop, Pina's legal team had asked the judge for extra time as they are negotiating with prosecutors to settle the case before trial. In the filing, Pina's attorney said, and I quote, "Counsel for parties represented by this additional continuance is necessary for effective preparation and to permit the parties to attempt to resolve this case prior to indictment and thereby avoid a trial. Plea negotiations are currently in progress, and both the U.S. and the defendant desire additional time to negotiate a plea agreement, which will render grand jury proceedings in a trial in this matter unnecessary." Pina, who also goes by Flippin' NJ, was arrested last October in New Jersey and charged with wire fraud in relation to his friend and DJ Envy's real estate ventures. Envy, who has not yet been charged but is named in a string of lawsuits alongside Pina, has since distanced himself from Pina and claimed that he too is a victim of fraud. As y'all know, I am a real estate agent, so I've been following this story closely. A lot of yapping at first about how innocent he was. Now, a lot of yapping about needing time to let everybody, plea down. They probably gonna give your ass 10 and you go plea out for 3. That's my guess. But you going away, bro, unless you give all that money back and they still gonna sit you down. So just know that. You got a criminal background, you've been doing this shit, and you go feel it. Like, listen, I got a real heart about. Look, man, this is my podcast or yours. I think it's his, y'all. But let me put his ass down. Go. Sorry about that. That's my dog. That's Coach. Motherfucker come before a lot of things in my life. Keep it real. That's my dog. Um, yeah, Pina, you got to give all that money back, bro. And I know y'all spent a lot of it, so that's not happening. So you go do a little jail time. So get ready. And like I was saying before Coach so rudely interrupted me, I got a little soft spot when it comes down to real estate. Like, I feed my family off real estate. I don't want to hear about people's fraudulent shits when I'm out here struggling to catch a fucking play, a real transaction, buyer side, seller side. No, I don't want to hear all that. I really don't. But yeah, in closing, I would like to say that if DJ Envy get nothing but, I guess, a slap on the wrist, that'll be cool, because in the court of public opinion, he's already guilty. They already feel like he got a lot to do with this shit, but at the same time, he trying to save face. And hey, again, I don't want to see nobody in jail. I'm just speaking on, y'all had millions of dollars that y'all frauded people out of, so that usually comes with some type of, you know what I'm saying, restitution and jail time. We go move on to sports news. Thank you. Okay. Child with lighter started the fire at Tyreek Hill's home. A fire at the $6.9 million home owned by Miami Dolphins receiver Tyreek Hill was started by a child playing with a cigarette lighter in a bathroom, a fire all officials said Thursday. It was an accidental fire. Fire Marshal Robert Tyler told Associated Press Tyler did not provide the age of the child or the amount of damage caused by the fire. He said the investigation is now closed. The house is located in Southwest Ranches, which is about 30 miles northwest of Miami, and was purchased by Hill in May of 22, shortly after the Kansas City Chiefs traded him to the Dolphins. Miami television station WSVN showed a large amount of black smoke coming from the roof as firefighters doused the house with water. Firefighters appeared to be working on the highest parts of the structure. Many of the bedrooms, a home theater, and a den were among the rooms upstairs, according to the property listing. I tell you this, that little boy with that motherfucking lighter and just fucked up the little mansion. 6.9 mil in Miami. Well, 30 miles from Miami. That bitch got some money on it. Like, for real, for real. That bitch costs. So, I mean, in one way, I guess I'm glad nobody was hurt, obviously. But damn, man, like, why is this kid playing with a lighter? Like, and maybe it was a kid and it just was all accidental, but at the same time, you got to be a little bit more responsible in the mansion. That's just my take on it. You got to be a little bit more responsible in the mansion. Moving on. NFL playoff picture. The Bills could win the AFC East or be out of the playoffs completely. You won't see a scenario like this one often. Win your regular season finale and get the number 2 seed, or lose and be out the playoffs altogether. Wow. The Buffalo Bills might have that unusual scenario by Saturday night. And their extreme win or end scenario isn't that outrageous. If the Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Baltimore Ravens on Saturday, the Ravens have the number 1 seed clinched and will rest starters. And the Jacksonville Jaguars beat the 5-11 Tennessee Titans, and also the Houston Texans Indianapolis Colts game on Saturday doesn't end in a tie. The Bills go into Sunday night with a lot of pressure on the road. In that scenario, the Bills will get the AFC East title and the number 2 seed with a win over the Miami Dolphins on Sunday night and be eliminated from the playoffs with a loss. Talk about high stakes. I don't know, Buffalo, y'all put yourself in this situation. Just my take on the whole playoff scenario picture. I can name 3 games easy that y'all should have won, could have won, and was supposed to win, but y'all didn't. So now y'all where y'all are. I don't even want to talk about my Saints because I hate seeing in the hunt. In the hunt for what? In the hunt to fucking figure out where y'all going vacation at because y'all ain't going to the playoffs. That's the only hunt my Saints got going on this year. I hated this whole fucking year, man. I hate our coaching staff. I hate our general manager. Hey, the owner even making me dislike her ass, man. Listen, we got to do better as a fucking organization, man. I wear this hat with pride, bro. I wear this Saints shit with pride. When I say my Saints, I like mean that shit. Like, that's my Saints. And y'all lackluster in coaching right now. Lackluster in general management and decision making. Fucking up money at quarterbacks with lemon calls and shit. But I digress. Moving on. Michigan. Michigan keeps showing its advantage. Wasn't kind of stalling, stealing signs. Nah, they ain't whoop Bama. I ain't gonna say whoop. They ain't beat Bama because they stole signs. Nah. Both of these things can be true, though. One former Michigan staffer ran a blazing advanced scouting operation that violated NCAA rules in an effect to gain the Wolverines an unfazed competitive edge. Michigan should be punished for that violation. And 2, the reaction to the scandal was way over the top and greatly overstated. The actual advantage gained by sending people to record opposing signs for the stands. It's why, if Michigan were to defeat Washington Monday and win the national title, it could come back with an asterisk for some. It would also carry a measure of exoneration. If nothing else, the best way for the Wolverines to argue that the sign stealing thing had minimal impact on the games was to carry on winning the games without him. The Big Ten actually did the team's credibility a favor by punitively suspending head coach for 3 games, Jim Harbaugh, in an attempt to weaken them on the field. But they won all 3 games. After all, if the ability to steal signs via advanced scouting was so significant and there were plenty to declare it's the reason Michigan had finally toppled Ohio State as the bully of the Big Ten, then how do you explain 7, and I said 7 consecutive victories since the scheme was uncovered? That includes defeating Penn State, Maryland, and Ohio State, all without Harbaugh. And then they even vaulted Alabama in the Rose Bowl. Michigan a good team, man. I mean, I'm not here to dick ride or any of that, but Michigan's a good team. I do feel like if Washington's offensive line come to play, though, and the receivers get open, that quarterback will deliver the national championship to Washington. I do believe that. But if Michigan has more than 4 sacks on old boy, 4, that's your national champion on Monday night. And I'm not a huge Harbaugh fan. I think he's weird, da-da-da-da-da, but the motherfucker can coach. And that's a fact. I look forward to the game on Monday. I'm going to put a nice wager on it, and I think I'm going to go with Michigan. Matter of fact, let's live look at what's going on in terms of the point spread for the game. Because I might want to get my bet in early if I like how the point spread look. And we still on the sports. This is a little tangent. Up next is I Can't Make This Shit Up. Y'all definitely gonna really be like, this motherfucker done found a little wild story. This little show. Yes. I can't make this shit up coming right up, but right now we're going to take a break to possibly make a live wager. We're going to at least look at what the point spread is real quick. All right. College. Is Washington +4, Michigan -4.5. I don't see Michigan beating these people by 5 points, so that's going to be an easy one. I'm going to take Washington with the points. And the over-under is 56. And this way I fuck up a lot. But I really think it's going to be under 56 points. It's the championship. They're gonna have butterflies, and 1 or 2 quarters will be slow, 2 will be fast. Combination points, 30 and 30, that's 60. I don't see it happening. I'm gonna go with Washington +4.5 with the under at 56.5, and we gonna lock it in. We gonna lock it in. All right, locked in. Not bad. I gotta check out this NFL line for this weekend as well. Saturday and Sunday games should be pretty nice. I know they sitting a lot of players, mostly quarterbacks, so we might have lackluster play as well. So I'm gonna take a lot of unders, and we're gonna see who matching up with who, and we're gonna try to put together a good parlay. But moving on to, I can't make this shit up. If you're new to the show and never actually been here at That's My Take, this segment is weird but true stories from around the world. And this one here is truly, it's a wild one. Let me just get into it. Priest cuts off his own penis during crazed mental breakdown following a tick bite. Let's say that one more time. Priest cuts off his own penis during crazed mental break following a tick bite. A priest in the Czech Republic sliced off his own penis with a knife after he was allegedly driven psychotic by a tick bite. We don't know exactly what happened. It was probably a health problem. The mayor of the Czech Republic, Southern Bohemia, I could not pronounce that word if I was to get paid $1 billion. I just can't even go try that one. But where the alarming incident occurred, told local media. According to Czech outlets, locals first realized someone was awry after the unnamed clergyman failed to show up to a prearranged meeting. Paramedics busted down his door, after which they found the priest lying unconscious in a pool of blood with his penis severed. I can't make this shit up. Whoa. So that really happened? Wow. And like always, we've come to the end of the show. At the end of the show, I like to do what I call This Day in History, where I like to at least leave y'all with, a little knowledge, a little education, a little something that happened in history on this day, January the 4th, which is also my father's birthday. So in 1847, Samuel Colt sells his first revolver pistol to the United States government. Colt. Samuel Colt. Also, on this day, January 4th in 1877, Cornelius Vanderbilt died, allegedly passed away with more money than the U.S. Treasury. But much of it was squandered in lavish spending by his descendants. Cornelius Vanderbilt. Yep, that's what they named the college after. I want to thank y'all for being with me, my first episode of 2024. I am Nug, your host, Nug the narrator. Never underestimate greatness. That's my take. And as always, I'm going to leave y'all with a little music. I am a former rapper. That's neither here nor there. But at the same time, since I have so much music, why not share it with the world as I do my social engineering and creative, what they call it, courier. I'm a courier. I'm a creative courier, content creator, podcaster. Wouldn't necessarily say I'm a blogger. Definitely an entertainer. But yes, this song right here that I'm about to play features my better half, Shotty Balboa. And it's simply titled Realest Shit We Ever Wrote, or RSWEW for short. And yes, you'll definitely hear the sample. And we love Pac. And we miss Pac. So we always do a song for Pac. And this is just one of them. Again, it's called Realest Shit We Ever Wrote. Hope y'all like it. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Thank y'all for coming again. See y'all soon.
Chill shit, New York getting blow. The tunnel smoke, then my blunt roll. Yeah, New York getting blow. The tunnel realest shit we ever wrote. The nigga take me alive, I'm getting high with my whole five. Habitual line steppers, they playing both sides. That's the quickest way to get you to the most high. Columbia throat tie, look who's on no try. I won't lie, I know I've been on my Delphi. Cause most of these whole niggas only gon' tell them what. These new niggas just new niggas, I'm telling you. That gas got them all gassed up, I put a shell on you. Balboa committed, he still with it, baby. Went from just getting it to now getting it crazy. Feeling some type of way, you know I'm digging this lady. Nothing changed, still put it down like a shitty baby. Still got the game in the headlock. They know what time it is, ain't gotta wear a watch. Your baby mama been begging to give her headshots. Violate if you want and you get your head popped. It's Balboa in the dreadlock in every spot. Make a move big, not get what the bird got. Shit you move, these niggas is despicable. Get your shit mobbed on what you finna. Got me mobbing like a low, get ready to get my slug on. These niggas ready on my nigga, now the plug gone. Don't let it touch my hand, I do sell shit. So much green and white like I play for the Celtics. To your neck, fuck y'all, it's only us, yeah, that selfish shit. We make plays, we'll play ourselves for selfish shit. Same coast from last night, better know the cash right. Sip lean all day, first class white flight. Might just overdose, depart from the Holy Ghost, make it to heaven. Grab me an old smoke, might go to hell. See my father, tell him nah, he left me a bastard. His son still wear pride, I write what the voices say. Gave all my choices way. Streets I de-way, no divorce in my dying day. So Sinatra, my way partner. Don't interrupt a monster while he eating his pasta. This my life, get a knife, get a slice. Skating on thin ice, I ain't right. Every day the same old same. Get changed, stay the same, blow that cuss to the brain. Pain, when I die, bury me. Fucking man, and if I didn't push weight, I never sold a gram. Dear mama, I feel like I must confess. The hustle grabbed me early, know you did your best. Look, get ready to get my slug on. These niggas ready on my nigga, now the plug gone. Don't let it touch my hand, I do sell shit. So much green and white like I play for the Celtics. To your neck, fuck y'all, it's only us, yeah, that selfish shit. We make plays, we'll play ourselves for selfish shit. Same coast from last night, better know the cash right. Sip lean all day, first class bright flight. More talent than my pinky on my own plate. So same might be better known for soft plays. On the pill, CVS would be impressed. I'm a honeymoon hunters, nigga, no stress. Who but me? I ask you niggas who but me. I'm the prototype of what a hustler need to be. Can give a damn, but shit I wasn't giving nothing. Got it all out the mud, nigga, no sweat. Nice, they love it. For me and any subject, get you clapped in public. So get your shoot shot box, bitch, get back to buffet. I have my back in the dirt before I go back to nothing. Saying every crash is a treasure. Small faces and drastic bags for drastic measures. Don't even hit my line and talking about half a better. It's the psych war, hashtag Hannibal Lecter. La Familia, got me mobbing like a low, get ready to get my slug on. These niggas ready on my nigga, now the plug gone. Don't let it touch my hand, I do sell shit. So much green and white like I play for the Celtics. To your neck, fuck y'all, it's only us, yeah, that selfish shit. We make plays, don't play ourselves, selfish shit. Same coach from last night, better know the cash right. Sip lean all day, first class white flight. Nigga.